Welcome back to the Big Fat Quiz of the Year. We move now to July and August. Obviously, in July, the headlines were dominated by the tragic events in London, but there was other news. London won its bid for the 2012 Olympics. Just think, 4 million visitors, £6 billion in increased revenue and 3 bronze medals. I can't wait. The Live 8 concert took place in Hyde Park. There was some criticism, with people saying Live 8 didn't make a difference. Nonsense. In one Rwandan village alone, 50 families bought the Razorlight album. Over the summer, England was hit by severe droughts. I don't mean to sound churlish, but I didn't hear much from Ethiopia in our hour of need. The least they could do is put out a charity single. The 6th book in the Harry Potter series hit the shops. Did you know if you took all the Harry Potter books in circulation in the world today and laid them end to end, they would cover the surface area of Brazil, which, interestingly enough, is what they used to do in tree form. So, teams, and you playing along at home, questions, questions, questions. We're going back to Mitchell Brook Primary School now for another school play.
Bonjour. Good morning. Now it's time to sort out the world's problems. What are we having for tea? I'm not eating anything. This place is full of mad cows and the food is horrible. Where are we again? Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone.
He said your food was horrible.
He said all your cows are mad. We are telling. We are telling. Oh, no! That's a loss. Now you saw everything.
Oh. What I want to know is what story were they acting out?
It was the... yeah.
Are you all right, Denise? You getting broody?
Afraid so.
David, come on, make your move. OK, our next question is going to be asked by Hollywood's own Cameron Diaz and Toni Collette.
Hello. We appear in a film together called In Her Shoes, and a little quiz question we have for you right now is which famous movie shoes were stolen this year?
OK, so what famous movie shoes were stolen this year? Next question. Time to eavesdrop once again on Richard and Judy as they discuss one of this year's big news stories. What I want to know is, what are they chatting about?
Well, I think it's revolting. I mean, to be honest, if you'd done something like that, I'd have been, you know, on the next train, out.
There was an upside to it. Apparently, afterwards, she said that he'd made her feel fresh as a daisy.
Well, I don't think that's any excuse whatsoever, especially when you've got someone who is so absolutely stunning and lovely and wonderful waiting for you at home.
Yeah, to be fair, it was conditional. He did say to her only to come up and see him if she was feeling lonely, and lonely wasn't in that night, apparently. He'd gone out.
I don't think that's any excuse at all, Richard. And it's also a very feeble joke. But
Well-
what about the kids? They were there.
Yeah, the kids were asleep. Even so, I do think it's pretty much, or should be, against the law.
That made it so obvious for the people that didn't know it.
Oh yeah.
OK. In August, America had its own tragedy, Hurricane Katrina. Which Hollywood actor raced to the scene to help with the relief effort, only to need saving himself?
Jimmy, is bailing out a cryptic clue? It's not, is it?
No, it isn't, no. There's nothing cryptic about that.
It's not Christian Bale, then, from Batman? No?
OK, next question. Let's remind ourselves of the spectacle that was Live 8.
Don't let them tell us that this doesn't work.
Fantastic. I must say, that clips package makes it look as if the day was so long they got older as it went on. My question is this. It's what song did Pete Doherty sing? That question was sent in by Pete Doherty, who doesn't know. OK, have you all got something for that?
Yes.
I missed Live 8.
That's not worrying.
You missed that? Were you away?
I was away, yeah.
I missed it. I was here.
some of it was great, obviously. Some of the
there was a
music was
match.
good.
The opening
Over and
was
above
incredible.
the actual event itself, right? Some of the bands were great. Some of them I couldn't quite understand the point of Velvet Revolver there. And they came out and it was like some sort of Spinal Tap moment.
Yes, excuse me, I have a complaint to make.
Yes.
They said that my husband couldn't perform because they had Velvet Revolver. And I said, how dare you? Velvet bloody revolver?
Well, in that voice, would you please say a handbag for me?
A handbag.
There we go.
Do. That's what the Queen says. And what do you do?
Hold on, the medication's worn off. Quick!
OK, straight on to the answers now.
Yeah.
For July and August.
Yeah.
Question 1 was, what were the children acting out?
We think it was... First of all, we were going to say we thought it was something to do with the G8 summit. Then, when they were talking and he was saying... The French one was saying our food is rubbish, we thought it was when Jacques Chirac tried to undermine our Olympic bid by saying our food was rubbish, and therefore we shouldn't have it. And then we lost... They lost anyway, and we won. It was brilliant, because even though we shouldn't be this way, it was great just to stuff the French.
Yes.
I can see you've written Jacques Chirac and then some scribble. So
Jacques
well done.
Chirac ruins French Olympic bid.
OK, you've got the...
Well, we said G8, because Jacques Chirac said that practically on the eve of the G8 summit.
That's
But
desperate.
that was the
That's not desperate. That was one of the things they were talking about at the G8 summit.
Gordon Ramsay, Rob Brydon, what have you got?
Yep, G8 again in Edinburgh. And,
G8 in Edinburgh, French insults
slags
and
off the food.
protests.
Yes.
Well, I think you guys get a point and you get a point. It was Jacques Chirac slagging off British food. Well, fuck the French and fuck their snobby French food, which is, incidentally, the title of Gordon's new book. OK, Cameron and Tony asked you what famous shoes were stolen.
Ruby slippers, Wizard of Oz.
Let's have a look.
The answer is...
The answer is...
Dorothy's magical glittery red shoes.
That'll be
from
Dorothy.
Dorothy's red shoes from The Wizard of Oz.
From the brilliant film, The Wizard of Oz.
Okay, well, yeah, the brilliant film.
Yeah.
Ruby slippers.
We went Ruby Slippers.
And the
Ruby
Ruby
slippers
slippers,
from
you're
Oz.
absolutely right. It was the Ruby slippers. I'm not sure who stole them, but I'll wager it isn't the only forced backdoor entry he's attempted this year.
He was gay. You take a sideways look at everything.
I asked you what Richard and Judy were discussing.
We guessed the Beckham affair.
Did you? He said law at the end of it.
It was Nannygate.
It was Nannygate. It was the Jude Law affair with the nanny that was in the papers all over the summer.
I told you.
Well, people have been asking why anyone would cheat on the stunning Sienna Miller. Well, when you're a famous actor, like Jude Law, you can have your choice of women. It's like a box of chocolates. Sure, your favourite might be the strawberry cream, but every so often, you'll want to fuck a pig. Oh, it's a laugh, though, isn't it? OK. We asked you which actor went to help the victims of Hurricane Katrina. What have you got?
Sean Penn.
Sean Penn, you're absolutely right. We've got a picture. Have a look at this. Now, I appreciate he was going to help, but I think he's going to need a bigger beaker. There was quite a lot of water. Yeah, thanks, Sean. I appreciate you trying to help, but that's going to take fucking ages.
He looks like he's adding to it.
Was it Arnold Schwarzenegger, I wonder? It could have been, but I'm afraid it wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger. The next question I asked you was, what did Pete Doherty sing at Live 8? What did you get?
A load of bollocks.
What does Ozzy make of your potty mouth? He must be
He
shocked.
often has to stick something in it to make me be quiet.
Yes,
You wouldn't really have known from listening to it, would you? He was a bit all over the place, bless him. But it was Children of the Revolution, the T-Rex classic.
It was the T-Rex classic, Children of the Revolution. Apparently, Mark Bolan hasn't been this upset since he died. OK, I've got a special bonus round for you now. 3 points available here. All you have to do is identify the TV noise. Here's your first TV noise. Just write down what it is. Start with an easy one.
Vanessa Feltz, Passing Wind.
OK, what have you all got?
We've got the TARDIS.
TARDIS, TARDIS, TARDIS. Let's have a look. OK, ready for the next one? Here it is. Any idea what that is, Rob?
Is it Wellard from EastEnders?
It's not, no.
Is it a very famous sound from the
It's
telly?
a very famous sound. It's the most famous sound from a massive hit show that came to England this year.
Oh, Yes.
The answer is not ya-ga-ga-ga-ga-ga-ga.
Just the name of the show, Jimmy?
Just the name of the show. Well, let's have a look at what you've put.
OK, we guessed a little bit. We put Carol Thatcher weeing, first of all.
Lost. Well, you're all right. It is the monster from Lost. Have a look. I think it's the best thing on TV.
Well, you would because you're simple-minded. You're easily pleased. It's written all over your big face.
Don't
but listen.
It's written all over my big face. What, in big writing, is it?
Easily pleased.
Let's have a listen to your last noise. Sharon, would you like that again?
Yes, I didn't quite hear it.
Can we have more of a clue?
More of a clue. It's from a massive TV show that was on over the summer.
Is it Lost? Is it the monster farting? After he eats one of the people?
I'm sure you were offered it, Denise, and turned it down.
Oh, yeah, we know what it was, yeah.
Oh, we know. I know. Yeah, this was a great moment. This was very funny.
OK. What have you all put? Let's have a look. Jonathan and Sharon?
Right, well, look, it's a bit of a mess, but it says at the top, Rebecca, Celebrity Island, lose, Celebrity Love Island. It was Rebecca lose when she was all flirty with Callum Best, and he'd go, yeah, all right, mate, it's all good, mate. And then she farted and he went, oh, man, that made me sick, man. And then he didn't want to go out with her anymore. So one minute it was hot, and I think he was just looking for an excuse to stop going out with her. He was all over her. He hadn't even mentioned her tash. And then out it came, and then he went, oh, man, that's disgusting, mate. I don't like that, mate. All right, mate, it's all good, mate.
You're right, of course.
Thank you.
It was Rebecca Lose on the Celebrity Love Island. You've got Celebrity Love Island...
We did, but I sort of whispered to David and Callum Best and he...
I wrote Karen Best. All right, I didn't finish writing Karen Best because the thing...
I was trying to explain to him what happened.
You see, I now realise, of course, that Callum Best is a person, whereas Karen Best... Well, there probably is a Karen Best somewhere.
Karen does her best.
But, anyway, so that's all a bit of a fuck-up.
Fine. Gordon and Rob, you've gone for old Big Brother McCrurick farting. I'm sure he makes a similar noise, but that's not what we were looking for.
Damn.
Let's have a look at that clip.
You stop with that. Did you guess it? I just farted, sorry. I had the most embarrassing night of my life last night. We were all sitting around the table. And anyway, and I farted.
Oh my God, that's made me sick.
So that's the most embarrassing night in her life. She farted. Oh, big deal. Wait till you shit yourself.
Before we all join in, can I just check she's not a surprise guest about the company? Because it might be...
Ladies and gentlemen, Rebecca Lose.
Poor thing, though. We've all let one out, surprisingly, you know, inopportune moments. OK? You wouldn't want it televised, would you? You wouldn't want it to go out. You know, I mean, I know she maybe is someone who we think perhaps morally is questionable, but to actually, you know, float an air biscuit live on TV...
That wasn't an air biscuit, that was a fucking log.
Well, at the end of part 4, it's time to look at the scores. Sharon and Jonathan have 29 points. Denise and David have 20 points. Gordon and Rob have 21. Well, time for another break. I'll see you in September, which is about 2 minutes away.